Hey everybody, it's Cheryl Barr, and today's video I want to talk about your inner game, your mindset, and how that impacts your success in life, whatever success means to you. So I'm going to apply it today to the inner game of business. Talk about your mind, and your mind is your most important asset that you have in your business. And if you aren't using your mind consciously, to focus on what you're thinking and believing about yourself in business, then your mind is on autopilot and you're unconscious of what's going on. And by that I mean you're just not aware of what you're thinking at different times in your day. And what's important about this is that it's said that we think 80 to 90% of the same thoughts that we thought yesterday are the thoughts we thought the day before and the day before and the day before. So if you're on autopilot and largely unconscious about what you're thinking, you might have thoughts that are going to take you right out of your game. And these would be loser thoughts. These would be, I'm not good enough. I don't know enough. I can't start that yet because I don't know enough, or I'm not good enough about, let's say, making a video. So all of us have these universal thoughts that are related to two thoughts, and they are, who do I think I am? And I'm not good enough. Those are universal beliefs. So we're all thinking those at some point. And I like to say there's flavors to I'm not good enough. And that could be I'm not smart enough, I'm not thin enough, I'm not rich enough, I don't have enough time. It's the enough. And that is a thought that will just take you right out of your game and stop you from playing bigger. So my focus is to help you learn to be conscious, learn to be self-aware, self-realized, so that you can get what you want and have the kind of life you want. And our lesson today is that your mind is the steering wheel of your life. And I'd like to start with a quote by Mr. Tony Robbins. And he says, whether you want to improve your health, your finances, your relationships, your career, or ultimately your ability to get the most from your life, it all starts with the foundation of how you think, feel, and believe. And this is critical. This is what Eckhart talks about. This is what Byron Katie teaches. And being in the Institute of the Work of Byron Katie, my focus is becoming aware of what I'm thinking about so that I have a loser thought in there, that I'm going to be conscious of it, and I'm going to decide not to believe that thought and then not have the result that it would give me. You know, my body would feel drained of energy perhaps, or I would feel depressed or low, and then I wouldn't make this video, for example, because I would not feel that I was good enough. So this is why it's key to really focus on your thoughts. What you believe is what you'll create in life and in business. And we're all conditioned as we grew up by our parents, institutions, religious, school, our peers, the news media, and our culture. We're conditioned to have certain beliefs. And as a child, we're absorbing beliefs that our parents had about money, about rich people are greedy, rich people are snobs, all these money beliefs, and then beliefs about work and roles and what have you in the family are absorbed. They're modeled to us by our parents, by our peers, by our family before age 7. And so all of these thoughts are going to go into our subconscious mind, which is much more powerful than our conscious mind. And it's in our subconscious mind that these beliefs live. And I like to equate that to your operating system. So if your mind were a supercomputer and your beliefs are in your operating system, they're written into the code, so to speak, you're going to operate from those beliefs. So it's really important for you to understand your beliefs about money, especially as an entrepreneur, because you can be the most skilled person in business. If you have money beliefs that are out of your consciousness, they're going to drive your behavior in a way where you're afraid to ask for the value of what your services are, that you might be afraid to make more money than your friends or your family because you're afraid they won't love you anymore or they'll leave you, disconnect. We all want connection. So all of these behaviors, even down to what you think you're capable of making in your business, are operating outside your consciousness. So what I want for you to do today is to begin to observe your thoughts. And here's how you learn. Eckhart Tolle talks about becoming the observer of your thinking, and how you do it, you begin to notice what you're thinking about. And if you're a thinking type, you would first notice your thoughts. I'm not a thinking type, I'm a feeling type. So I would first start to notice that perhaps my body is talking to me in the language of physical sensations. And anxiety would be a big one for me. Fear. You're going to find the feeling first in your body, and then you're going to stop yourself and say, what am I thinking about? Is it one of those loser thoughts? I'm not good enough, or who do I think I am to do such and such? So you notice the thought, and you stop and you breathe. And you don't resist it. You allow it to be. And when you're noticing the thought in your mind, Eckhart likes to say, who's doing the noticing? This is your soul, your higher self, noticing your left brain, your language center, the ego. So stop and breathe. Notice it, allow it. I like to say, if it's the bag lady, she's coming in saying, you're going to end up on the streets. Whatever she might say, I would say, have a warm meal. And I would have her sit down, have a warm meal, thank her for warning me, but I don't need to listen to her right now. We cannot stop our thoughts. They're going to keep coming and coming. You can manage your thinking. And the more you practice observing and being the watcher of your thoughts, the more peaceful and calm. And Eckhart says there's a spaciousness that happens inside. And I like to think of that as being quiet inside. Because we all have this Buddha nature, this true nature, that is absolutely peace and calm, love, happiness. And it is our little ego that starts churning out the thoughts and bringing up the voices in the head that we've absorbed all the way, growing up. And they're there to warn us, to give us some information, but we don't have to believe them. So today, your job is to become the watcher of your thoughts. So if you like this video, please share it with your friends. And I'd also like to hear from you. If this has helped you, let me know. I'd love to do more videos and give you some more valuable content. So here's to your inner game of business, and here's to your success. Thanks again.